Hi, it's Ayuzie here, and I'm really excited to share some new journals with you. I have three journals, and they're all super colourful, and they have a boho theme. So that's the first one. So that's the front, and that's the back, and it's just got lots of lovely things on it. Bit of leather there, and then this one, oops, is that one. And that's the back, and this one has got some denim and some leather, and then these beautiful fabrics. And then there's this one, that's the front. This is some leather here and there, some denim, and then gorgeous fabrics. And I just thought it'd be nice to say hello in person, and also if you see me holding them, then you get an idea of the scale of them. So I'm going to go over to my desk now and do a full flip through with the camera facing down so you can see all the details. So thanks very much. Bye. Okay, so these are the three journals. I'll just tell you how much they measure. This one measures, yes, eight and a half by, I've forgotten already. Let's have a look. 8.5 approximately by 6. This one measures 7.25 by 5, and this one measures 7 by 5. And I'll list them in the order that I show them to you. So let's start with the biggest one first. So yeah, this is the front of the journal. There's some leather here. There's just lots of different things. There's a little attachment here. This is canvas. Yeah, I just really love these journals. I had so much fun making them. So let's have a look inside. Just a fabric closure, a fabric tie closure. And in this journal, the pages are an A5 in size. Let's see. I hope that's in frame. So yeah, the inside cover there's going to be lots of fluff and bits of threads because they have a lot of fabric in them. There's a pocket here with an embellished bit of fabric here with different things. And in the pocket there's a mini little journal. I love these little journals. They're so cute. I just love working with bright colours. It makes me so happy. So it's just lots of different things sewn together, really. And then there's some papers in there. So each of these journals comes with a mini journal like this. And that's got a little tie closure. That lives in there. And then the first page is this, I sort of did like a collage of lots of different papers, and it has a tuck spot, and that's just one of my artwork prints. And then each journal has one of these artwork prints that are of an angel. I did, as part of the 100-day project, I did some angels as well as roses, and each journal has a print of an angel with a different message. So the message on this one says, "Stay in the process." I just thought that was a nice touch, and I painstakingly painted the gold back into, there's a few artwork prints, all of little prints of my 100-day project paintings. I painted in the golds back in after I made a print of them. This is another artwork print. So yeah, I hope you can, I don't know if you can see the gold shimmer, but each of these prints has some gold shimmer because I wanted to remember when I was doing the 100-day project that I was trying to find a thread of gold in each day. So I wanted the prints from the project to have the gold on them as well. This is a painted page, and again, that's got some gold shimmer on it. I don't know if the light is picking that up. And then some fabric there. You can actually write over this because I have had a go. Yeah, a bit of fabric there. This is a printable of some a rose autumn wreath that I did a little while ago. Just fabric embellishment there. And then there's a collaged and stitched tag with lots of beautiful things on it. And you can write on the back. It's quite sturdy card actually, so you can write. And this is some watercolor paper, very thick, which I dyed with some yellow rose petals. This is an old postcard from the 1950s. Another artwork print and some more of that painted shimmery paper. Oh, and this paper was gifted to me by April at Pink Odd Bird. April, this paper you gave me, I don't know how, a couple of years ago I think it was, is really, I think every boho journal I've made has had some of that beautiful paper, so thank you. It lives on. It's a paper that keeps on giving. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. So yeah, that's where I got to. And another printout of some artwork I did. I really am enjoying adding like these prints of painted papers into journals. It just makes, I don't know, it just makes me happy. I have I was going to show you, but it's not to hand. Well, I will go and fetch it. Yeah, just as an example of how I use my, you know, this is the sort of stuff I like to use. So so this is, I was trying to find a page that didn't have private stuff. This is just some scripture. So yeah, so you see I use that. I just add that into my my TNs that I use. Let's see if I can find another example. There's another example there, but I do scribble all over these. Yeah, so yeah, look at that. So oh, that's a shopping list, so that's pretty harmless, and I've doodled all over it. So yeah, I do use I do practice what I preach, I suppose is what I'm trying to say, you know, in a roundabout way. So yeah, I do add these to my journals, to my own TNs. It just adds a lot of interest. So if you were to write in there, just yeah, and you can doodle on it, color it in. It's just a fun addition to, that was a very long spiel, wasn't it? But it's nice to see how you could use the journal. There's a fabric flip with lots of different fabrics sewn together. Middle of the first signature. Another artwork print. I hope you can see the gold. In fact, I made a little video on Sunday morning for Instagram where I was painting in the gold on all of these things. So yeah, another bit of printed watercolor paper, watercolor print on paper, and this is painted, this one. Another collaged and stitched tag. I really just love these journals so much. I'm just so tempted to start journaling, and I love this sort of stuff. Just journaling and doodling and adding pictures, and I don't know, there's just something about these journals that I'm really, I shouldn't be so effusive about my own work, but I'm feeling really enthusiastic about making journals at the moment again. So I'm really enjoying that feeling, and when I see that, I just want to write, you know, lists in there and just write in them and create in them. So yeah, that's another artwork print. A tuck spot here with different papers and a print of my artwork. Another, this is painted paper. It's shimmery. And let me see if I can find, oh no, which journal was that in? I was going to show you an example of where I wrote on this paper, but it's it's in my private journal. I just remembered. I thought it was in my TN, but yeah, so I won't be able to show you that one. Artwork print, and that's the back of the first signature. Okay, so this is the beginning of the second signature. Apologies, the lighting is not brilliant today. It's really overcast outside, so it feels a little dark. I hope it's still all showing up okay. This is the beginning of the second signature, another of those painted pages with the gold and a fabric embellishment there. And this is a print of a painted page that I did a little while ago. I just really like the colours, they go well together, and again you can write on that. An artwork print. The dyed watercolour paper, a tuck spot here with different fabrics, and a bit of ledger paper and a book page there. This is vintage note paper. Another painted page with fabric trim. Another artwork print. Again, this is a wreath that I drew and parent printed out. In fact, I have a video on my YouTube of me painting this. Another tag, different layers, and you could take this out because this would interfere. Say if that was there and you try, that would interfere, but obviously it's removable, so you could just take it out. You can write on the back. Okay, middle of the second signature, artwork print, and here there's a stitched and collaged tag which you can write on the back, and there's some really pretty paper I just thought I'd put in because it's really bright, and you could use this for collage or whatever you want really. So I've just put that in the journal because I really like the colours. The other half of the printed wreath. Some painted paper. Some more fabric embellishment there. And there's a tuck spot here with some dyed watercolor paper. You can see the yellow. You can see the yellow rose petal that I dyed the paper with there. And that's the same watercolor paper that's been dyed with the rose petals, with the yellow roses. More fabric, and that's the first journal. So these ties are quite long, so you could trim them if you want. You could tie it in lots of different ways. You could tie it round that way or that way, but yeah, that's the first journal. I'm just going to defluff the table. Okay, so this is the second journal, and this one has denim. It's got a bit of leather. It's got lots of fabrics. There. And again, it has a fabric tie. And that's the inside. The inside cover of this one is canvas, and it has a pocket there that's embellished, and a mini notebook also with this one. I love these colors together. So pretty. That's the back. And again, it's just got lots of different papers in there. Just a little mini bonus journal. And that lives in the pocket. And again, it's a collaged page and stitched artwork print. I'll try and go a bit quicker because each journal has pretty much the same sort of stuff in it. Painted page. This is paper that was dyed with rose petals. You can see this is an artwork print. Fabric tab. A book page, vintage book page. Paper from April. A collaged and stitched tag. A vintage postcard. Artwork print. This is some vintage wallpaper. Fabric flip. Middle of the first signature. I'm just going to go quick through these ones. I actually really like this size of journals. I usually make them bigger, so they're, you know, like A5. But I really love this size, which is roughly 7 by 5. This is 7 1/4 by 5. I'm really enjoying this size of journal, so that's a revelation for me. I hope this is in frame. Artwork print, some leisure paper, artwork print, painted papers. I love how these work together there. End of the first signature, beginning of the second. Collaged and stitched tag. Artwork print. This is the tuck spot here, again with some of that pretty paper. Looks like it's been tie-dyed. It's so pretty, but it's paper, it's not fabric. Oh, and this is the message in this journal. This angel says, use your voice, it really matters. And you can see there's some gold. I painted the gold back in there. Artwork print and a tuck spot there with some dyed watercolor card. And that's the end of the second journal. And again, it's got super long ties, so you can tie them any which way you want. And then lastly we have this one, which is measure 7 by 5, and there's some leather here, and in fact I used a bit of a leather satchel, the closure there. I just love the way this feels. It feels really tactile, and there's a bit of denim and then just lots of different fabrics there. This is just like a really cute, dinky size, and the closure goes through there like that. And that's this one, and then the pocket is it's a side pocket, and it has a mini journal in there. I really loved making these. Yeah. So that lives in the side pocket, and then the inside cover is canvas. And at the beginning of the first signature, the message in this journal, there's an angel that says, kindness changes everything. Don't know where I am. I hope I'm in frame. Kindness changes everything. Painted paper, fabric embellishment, artwork print. It's a vintage postcard. April's paper. Artwork print. Stitched and collage tag with some fabric on it, and you can write on the back. Artwork print on the painted paper. This is some paper that dyed with the yellow rose petals. A fabric flip. Middle of a first signature. Artwork print. Painted paper. I love these. First signature, at the end of the first signature, beginning of the second. Some rose petal dyed paper. A tuck spot with some ledger paper. This is vintage ledger paper. Actually, my husband found a couple of, we live in an old library and they were throwing away two old books full of ledger paper. And then my husband came and was like, "Oh, would you like these?" I was like, "Yes, absolutely. You have no idea." So I was very happy. So yeah, this is some of the paper from the two ledger books that he gave me. So it's nice to rifle through the recycling here at the library, because I sometimes find some really good things. A tuck spot there with an old book page. A stitched and collage tag. Middle of the second signature. Painted paper. Artwork print with that pretty paper again. So I've just put that on the edge of this page there. The tuck spot there with some dyed watercolor colored. And that is the end of the third one. And so to close this one, there's just one fabric tie, and you feed it through this loop there, and it just goes back on itself and like that. And so that's that one. And there's this one and this one. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the flip through of these. So these will be, by the time this video is up, these will be listed in my Etsy shop in the order in which I've shown them. And yes, just sending you lots of love and thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.